I was gonna do the Rocky theme. Da 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 da. He is amazing. He is amazing. You are amazing. 13 years in the business.
13 years.
13 years. Yay. Losing his career sales 9 times. I keep thinking 8 times, but it's 9 times. So he would have achieved this incredible achievement a while ago, but I'd like to give it up. That's why I want to do the Rocky theme. Michael has just achieved $1 million. We got the text 4 a.m. this morning, so now all the systems are updating. We're hoping that everything, we're like, okay, get it updated. I know, but just unbelievable things he has taught us throughout the years. Started out as a user consultant, but you amaze us with your selling skills and your love and passion for this business. So I'm just going to give it to you, Michael, because you are going to talk. Okay, this one's on.
Okay, you have to do what Marie says. I've learned that. If you do what Marie tells you to do, you'll be all right.
Amen.
All right, I need everybody to stand to their feet. Stand to your feet real quick. We're on a timer. Shake it off, all right? Okay, I love what Ellington Boyce just got up here and said, and everything she said. You can take that to the bank and you can cash it. Okay? So, belief in yourself is key. Don't sit down. I didn't say sit down yet. Belief in yourself is crucial. You have seeds of greatness planted in each one of you. Have seeds of greatness planted inside of you. It's your job to get in there and cultivate and nurture those seeds of greatness. So when you do have the slum days, when you do have the days where you're hagging and dragging and you feel like pampered, what? Why did I sign up? I want you to get up and I want you to say this in the mirror and you repeat after me. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who's the greatest pampered chef consultant of them all?
Who's the greatest pampered chef consultant of them all?
Well, golly gee, it must be me.
Well, golly gee, it must be me.
Because that's the only one I see.
That's the only one I see.
All right. And that sounds simple and silly and all that good stuff. But it works. And then you run around the house a few times and then get on the phone. Okay? So, there is so much I want to share with you tonight, but I decided tonight that it's going to get a little bit serious because a lot of people come up to me on Facebook and in person and when we get to conference, how do you do what you do? And so I'm going to give you the top 20 things that I do that has changed my business, because when I came into this business, I came into this business to get the kit and to get a discount. And that's the only reason why I signed up, with every reason. But you know what? That's not why I stayed. And I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. You can tell by my diploma up here. I have had more zero shows than most of you. The first 3 shows I held were all zeros, including my mama, and I didn't have any sympathy orders to go along with it. I have called my director and whined and complained and said I can't get a book and I can't sell anything, and I could not get out of the $150 to $200 zone to save my life for about 3 years. And I should not be, statistically speaking, even standing in here in front of you tonight teaching you anything. But it's because of that determination and not giving up and continuing to go on. But I also had to change some systems and put some systems in place. So I'm going to do a little disclaimer about what I'm getting ready to tell you, because I'm going to tell you it's out of the box for some of you. And some of you are going to be like, there is no way that's going to work, and he did not learn that from Pampered Chef. Well, let me ask you one question. If you're dissatisfied in your business, if you're not excited about where you're going, how's that working for you? Okay? How is that working for you? Okay? And so I want you to kind of consider as I go through this list, you know, we all work the business differently, okay? That's the beauty of our business. But in the end, people are people. And they don't want anybody to waste their time. They want to learn about our products. And you need to have a good time showing them these products that will revolutionize the way they cook. And when you do that, everything's going to come into place. You're going to have bookings. You're going to be up here teaching us next year. Okay? So before I get a lot of irate emails or looks or Nancy Joe didn't approve that. Just hold on to your pantyhose and wait till we get through all the way to the end of the list. I got a new little saying for you tonight, because Marie said, get some Michaelisms. That's what the first topic was. And you know what? It's hard to get everybody in one accord most of the time, unless you put them in a Honda. Okay. So the next time somebody's aggravating the cootie out of you, just go ahead and say that. All right. Okay, I didn't tell you to talk. I've only got 18 and a half more minutes. Okay. So I've got top 20 lists. I'm going to go through them. I'm going to improvise a little bit as we go through them. It's going to be quick. You listen fast because I'm going to talk fast. Okay? So the first thing that I had to change in my business, I started bringing the recipe ingredients. And I want you to put on the hat of a new consultant. For those of you that are really seasoned, been here a while, you know, making things hard on the host means no bookings. Making things difficult for the host, making things difficult for your consultant means they're quitting before they ever get started. Okay? So these things are what I did to help me. So you just take it and run with it if you feel like it will help you. Or maybe it's for somebody on your team. So I bring the recipe ingredients to my show. That way I'm in control of the recipe ingredients and I have what I need to do the food and the recipe. Number 19, my host washes all the dishes. Ooh, that is so rude. That is so good because you get to see how the product cleans up. And there's always somebody at every show that's not ordered and they get over there and help. And how do you get your host to do it? As soon as you get to the house, what are they going to say? What can I do to help you? And they're only going to say that for the first couple of minutes, and then that's it. You've lost that opportunity. So that's when you say, tonight after the show is done, when we get through with the cooking show, make sure to remove all the leftovers from the dishes, and if you'll take the dishes over to the sink and get those cleaned up for me, that's the best way you can help me tonight. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your show. Number 18, not allowing the host to choose the recipe options. That will kill new people. They don't have all the stuff that you got all these menu choices and 101 ways to do a Pampered Chef show and a suit and slippers and flip-flops and all this other stuff. And there's nothing wrong with the theme. I didn't say you couldn't have a theme. I said don't let them tell you what they want you to fix. Okay? Okay, number 17. Doing the same recipe all month long. And if you're new in the room tonight, you need to do the same recipe the first 16 shows. Don't you change it. You can't master your skills of the other things that go on at the cooking show if you are changing your recipe every time you get up to do a show. It'll irk the cootie out of you. And you'll be ready to quit before you ever get started. And I'm just being real with you tonight, so I hope you like what I'm telling you.
We love you.
Because it's pretty good preaching, and we might take up a love offering at the end. You know, you can take your collapsible bowl and pop that open and ask your guests to dig real deep tonight before they get ready to pass the bowl. I do that all the time. Y'all want my ribbon? Okay, and don't take a wishbone, it takes a backbone. It's called W-O-R-K, word. Woo! They won't ask me to speak next year. Okay. Number 16. Front load your calendar so that you can control your month and your paycheck. I've already held 9 cooking shows with 4th of July weekend and turned in over $13,000 in sales already. So that's not I'm not bragging about that, but what I'm saying is when you front load your calendar, you're in control of the uh-ohs and the oh-nos and the cancellations. So I've already had 4 cancellations for this month. But does that matter? I'm just saying, who's next? Okay? But if everything's at the end of the month, then you're like, oh my gosh, I need a $200. I'm not going to get my gift for 2 shows. What am I going to do, Patty? You know what you're going to do? You're going to build a bridge and get over it. And you're going to front load your calendar and work from the 1st to the 15th so you can get some more bookings at the end of the month if you need them, okay? So you can also get paid on the 8th and the 22nd. We do get paid twice a month in membership, if y'all don't know that. Okay. Number 15. Please establish a full service checkout. Some of y'all are not in control of the order taking at your show. It's like, I live through the recipe, thank you, Lord. I'm going to take my book with me and I'm going to look at it, Miriam. Is that okay? You say, it's not okay. No! So make sure you establish when you get to the house where your full service checkout's going to be. That's one of the best things I ever did in my show presentation, so that people would actually come to it, and they would actually expect it, and they would actually place their order. Number 14, rebook the current host that you are currently working with as you get ready to close out the show. Y'all, they are not pamperized out. Everybody's pampered out. I can't get any more bookings. How do I get out of my circle of friends? It's called more shows and more referrals and more people at each show will get you out of your circle of friends. And right now, I currently have a host I work with. She books every quarter for 3 years. So are her friends pampered out? No. There's an 80-year-old couple that comes to every one of their shows and buys $250 to $300 at every show. And I'm not kidding, and that's not a lie. Her name is Miss Puckett. Betty and Harold Puckett. Okay. Number 13. So rebook your current host. All you have to do is say, when would you like to host your next event, Marie? Did you have a great time? You guys got to learn how to talk to people and ask for what you want to happen. Number 13, recruiting at the show and signing them up at the show. Thank you, Ellington, for saying that. I know John does it, and I've done it 3 times this month already. So it does work. So present the opportunity, have kid agreements. Yes, we've got iPads and all that stuff, but there's nothing like them signing on the dotted line and they're in. Woo! Even if they're not in, they're in on that paper. So you make sure you take some paper with you too, okay? All right, number 12. Demoing products that revolutionize the way people can cook today. What I mean by that, we have awesome products. Everything in our line is totally fabulous, totally awesome. I've got all of it. But I tell you what, you take the best of the best you have to your show. If you're not taking rock crocks, double burner grill pans, regular grill pans, you know, and our other fabulous tools, then get them. I don't have anything right now. Host the show and get it. You just missed double free. Okay? But take the best of the best. People will buy down, they will never buy up. Okay?
That's right.
All right. Number 11. A hands-on guest interaction. Thank you, station show. Woo! I don't like the station show. I'll tell you what I've done with the station show, just to go ahead and get that out of the way. I have guest interaction, hands-on overview, product tool, power tool overview at the beginning, and they work with the products, and we are at one table. Station show doesn't necessarily mean you need 3 or 4 tables, 3 or 4 bags of product and driving yourself crazy. If that's getting on your nerves, you can do everything at one table with all the guests, and they can interact with the products. You be the recipe card. There's nothing wrong with reading a recipe card. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Y'all remember that now. I am the recipe card. I tell them the next steps to do, and I tell them the benefits and the features. So what my show looks like now is the station show and the presentation style show have come together.
Yes.
Okay? And I have sold $50,000 more this year in sales than what I sold in the previous year. Okay? And that's the reason, more guest interaction. So hands-on guest interaction. Number 10. Oh, some of y'all gonna get real mad at this one. But we don't pass out the books until after we cook. Okay? So at my show, they come and they cook first, and then we'll pass the catalogs, drawing slips, ink pens, go over what's on sale, what's on special, give away a free product tonight that is not a citrus pillar. Woo! If you do like item number 1260, please order some on your order form. Okay? All right. So that is really a big thing for me when my sales started going up and people started paying attention to the show instead of griping about, woo, just how much that rock is. They sure are sad. They sure are proud of that rock, aren't they? Oh, you think I'm going to pay $139? What'd you say? They look up at the book. What'd you say, Patty? So if you want people to be more engaged and you do want them to pay attention to what you're saying and getting the tips and not prejudging the product before they see what the product can do, then you may want to change that. I know that's helped me a whole lot. Number 9. Using the names of the guests at the show, talking to people and not talking at people. You notice how I'm calling names? I do that at every show, and at my introduction, I'm able to go around the room, do my introduction at the beginning of my show, and then call their name all the way out through the show. Now, if you can't do that yet, and I couldn't 10 years ago, get name tags. Some of you have name tags and you use them sometimes and you don't use them other times and you're like, where are my name tags at? I don't know. Well, ain't but 2 people here. I don't need name tags tonight. You cannot build a system for your business on doing it some of the time and not doing it some other time. So it's just like everything. You know, if I have one person, I'm going to do a whole show, folks, from top to bottom, talk about the business. Do the recruiting game, whatever I'm doing every time. That's the only way you're going to learn. Okay? All right. Number 8. I am on number 8. I didn't sleep last night. And it wasn't because of just Pampered Chef. It was just because a whole lot of stuff had to get done. And then I started closing out some orders at 11:15. So I finished them at 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? All right, number 8. Certifying the guests on how to use the product and identifying the problem children in the line. Some people do not know how to use a smooth edge can opener. Don't be scared to talk about it and train them how to use it. Microwave chip maker, same thing. Okay? Whatever it is, the kitchen spritzer, whatever it is, identify the problem children, know your products so that you can help them overcome that. Because some people have said, girl, I can't use that deep covered baker, so you know, you're not going to be able to use it either. I don't care what they say, don't be buying one. You know, so, and I'll say that at my show. I'm just as real as I'm standing here in front of you tonight, that if you identify anything in the room and help them overcome, most people are just missing a little bitty step on how to actually use the product. Okay? So identify those. If you have people at the show doing that, and encourage people to get their stuff out of the cupboard cave. There's no way they can get the benefit of this product in the cupboard cave, okay? Because it either didn't perform like they thought it should or whatever. All right. Number 7. Give, and these are all kind of mixed up, they're just intertwined. But give guests permission to use multiple payments. Shut the gate and paint the barn red. Who would ever thought you needed to use a credit card and a check and your husband's cash in your pocket and all this, that, and the other? I tell you what, sales went up for me like, woo! People were pulling money out their bra. I got a Capital One, $25 on that, and I used my husband's checkbook and paying 3 or 4 different ways. Go ahead. That means they're going to buy some more. Aren't you tired of it? I'll take item number 1258, the quick cut pair of 9. And I just love the pan scrapers. Put on 2610. It's a pack of 3, right? Okay. Give it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Because you are in that zone where I was. $150 zone. Now it's 200. Oh my God. Well, I gotta have more guests than me, Ma, Peepaw, and sister-in-law. Okay. Now, I don't even know where I'm at, Marie. We can be in here all night, can't we? Number 6. This helped me tremendously with bookings, placing 6 host packets on the coffee table where I'm doing my group close on the table, on the coffee table, but getting them out of your bag that you're holding the hostage host packets over here. Nobody. Would you like more information? No. Did you have a good time? No. But if you will put the host packets out on the table as you're doing your group close and say this, did you have a great time tonight? Awesome. If you have had a great time tonight and you'd like for me to come and cook for you, please grab one of these packets here on the coffee table and bring it with you to the checkout tonight, and so we can put your date on the calendar tonight. You just had hands starting to go up. People are already doing it. Now let me tell you something. Even Michael Reeves, if I don't lay the packets out, I'm going to get bookings. Now occasionally I will get bookings, you know, just because, woo, that was a good show, blah, 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 blah. But it's the process of the packets being there and then being able to get it and you're offering it to them. If I don't lay them out there, I don't get near the bookings. Now currently my next available Saturday is November the 21st. Wow. Okay? And I have 2 shows booked every Saturday. I work 2 shows every Saturday because prior to Pepper Chef, I was a tow truck driver, automobile mechanic, locksmith, and a junkyard dog. So I worked Saturday every day of my life right out of high school for my mom and dad. So Saturday's never been a weekend for me, so it's not with me with Pampered Chef. So I do 11 and 6. Okay. Anywho, next. Number 5. Oh, I got the 1-minute warning. Number 5. 3 choice group close. What that means is when you have presented all of these products to everybody, they're kind of overwhelmed. If you'll bring it down to 3 choices. I've got my Rock Crocs on sale tonight. Just going over, here's my Rock Crocs. Here's my double burner grill pan. Here's my create your own set. If you will give people 3 choices to bring that into, they will buy a whole lot more product when you get over here than trying to figure out what they really are going to use or what their people in the room tell them they need to buy. Number 4, let the host do the inviting and carry on the excitement about the show. Now, there's so many ways to work that. We don't have time because I've got the 1-minute warning. But I'd rather for my host to get excited about her show and start telling people about it and inviting them herself than for me to have something else to do and sending out whatever. So, you know, whatever method you're using, if it works, don't change it. But if it ain't working for you, you might want to look at that. Number 3, saying this and learning this. Can you get excited about getting dinner on the table in 29 minutes or less? Great. What works best for you this week or next? Now that's telling people, that's just something you need to say. You don't sell Pampered Chef. You're not in Pampered Chef. You're teaching people how to get dinner on the table in 29 minutes or less. Tell me, Marie, does that excite you? Ask a question to get an answer and stop being an informer. You have to ask a question and get an answer back. Well, great. What works best for you this week or next, or whatever your 2 next and 8 dates are. Number 2, learning to ask what else. And what that means is at the full service checkout, when I close out a host, when I'm doing whatever, and they give me their order, and I'll say, what else? Well, I'll take that smoky barbecue rub. And then I'll say, what else? The highest number for this year of what else with the host closing out her order on the 30% discount, $1,173 is what she spent because of what else? What else? Those of you think that people won't spend that kind of money, you're wrong, you're prejudging. You need to stop doing that and say, what else? And then the number one thing that helps me in my business and has turned my business around, and I give God all the glory for my business, is prayer. Are you praying about your business? Are you asking the Lord to put the people at the show that need to be there, put the host in your path, putting the people that need this business opportunity in your path so you can offer them the business opportunity and bring them into this great family and help to change their life like it's changed mine?